Today I'd like to present my analysis on mobile technology and how the product is socially constructed as well as having an influence on social relations. First, I'd like to define and describe what social construction of technology is. Social construction, known as SCOT, is a theory that argues that technology does not determine human actions, but rather human actions shapes technology. Overall, we are the ones that shape the technology. We do what we want with it as time goes by. If the technology doesn't work well in society, we change or upgrade the technology. We just don't let it determine our actions. According to the book, Technology and Society, it is people, not machines, that design, build, and give meaning to technologies and ultimately decide which ones to adopt and which ones to reject. Now that we have an idea of what social construction is of technology, let's identify the technology of mobile phones. Over the past 70 years, the mobile phone has changed greatly, from being bulky to being small or thin. The first phone was called the SCR-194, which was more like a walkie-talkie. It was used for military purposes in World War II. This was the first existence of this piece of technology that we had first seen. As years go by, the phone had progressed from military uses to emergency vehicles, to police cars, to even our own automobiles. We would have a phone or some type of communication. The mobile technology was then changed to being mobile by carrying it in a briefcase. Since this technology was slowly progressing, it was very inconvenient to lug around a huge phone, and it was heavy at the same time. Even too, the mile range of even communicating with anybody by making phone calls was very limited. It then changed to a lighter phone as we see today, but of course, back then, the cost was high, and even today it's still costly to buy a phone. As a society, we wanted to progress this technology. According to the book Technology and Society, talking about technology of the bicycle design, the various bicycle designs are not fixed. Closure does not occur until social groups believe the problems and desires they associate with the bicycle are solved or fulfilled. As the phone was introduced, our social group felt that the design was not fixed as well. We are still today trying new ways of making the phone a better piece of technology. We're trying to upgrade as much as we can to see what other things we can do with it. Today the phone can be so much more. It can do so much more. We can now call, text, email, take pictures, and so on. With phone plans and contracts, the phone is less costly, and we can call anywhere in the world if we wanted to. A lot of different countries are so connected with this type of communication. The phone in the beginning was mainly used to be technology to call one another. Now that technology has progressed, the phone isn't used to mainly call anymore. Like if for a teenager, a group of teenagers use it for mainly social media and text messages. There's a whole different meaning to this mobile technology. According to an article by Abu Norella, he said that they continue to increase the number of capabilities and serves to accommodate the growing needs of today's culture that is on the go. We're always on the go. We are a fast-paced society. We always want something that's faster, something that will get us through the day at a faster pace and get our tasks done. As mobile technology progresses, our social relationships have changed greatly. Even though we are connected through our phones, we are losing that personal connection in our relationships. How we form relationships have even changed. More and more society are forming relationships through text and social media, or even just mainly emails. An example of a conflict that has happened between humans and mobile phones would be a group of friends hanging out. as you observe, all of them are on their cell phones, ignoring each other, not really having conversation, but really the hangout was to hang out and communicate with each other face to face. But they seem to be relying on their phone to help them progress the conversations as they go. It's affecting our human behavior and how we react to certain tasks in our daily lives. Now we're multitasking on our phones or watching TV, or even trying to have a conversation with somebody or on our mobile phones. We now could walk down the street being on our cell phones and not know what's going on around us. We are losing that sense of reality in our daily lives because we're so in tune with these mobile phones. Let's look at it this way. This mobile phone is becoming a cultural artifact that's shaping cultural flows. It's shaping how our relationships are formed in a way, how we stay connected. 5 years from now, this phone could be a piece of plastic that we can fold up into our pocket. It could be so small. Is this technology going to change the way how we meet people, how we stay connected to other countries? Is it going to change the way we see reality? Are we going to be so in tune with this mobile technology that we are going to lose that sense of reality? Who knows?